Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I am kind of excited to be here today, kind of nervous. I spent a lot of money. It's mostly down at the bottom. Yeah, I spent a lot of money. Sorry. We got money and we just had fun. We just spent and gave money to charities and loved on people, and I'm throwing this baby shower, and we had some rooms painted, and just, yeah, life. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm doing Paycheck 1. I'm closing out Paycheck 1, and we're going to set up Paycheck 2. And yes, I have 2 pages of Paycheck 1. I normally only have 1, but I had to print a second page so that I could have enough room to write everything out. That's why this income section is crossed out. Though I look at it, I was squeezing all this in. I probably could have moved it all over, but you know, that's okay. Yeah, so life happened. So my husband's income, military retirement, VA disability, VA education, rent, and other. So the rent is $653. None of this stuff changed. And then other was, what was this other? Oh, this was balance forward from November into December, and that was the total right there. I know you can't hardly see it, but it's $4,535.27. And I added 14 cents, which was dividend interest, and you probably can't even see that. Let me zoom you guys in for a second. I am so sorry. Hold on one moment. And there we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, I took this total, rent and other, which was my son's rent plus what was balanced forward from the previous month in November, and that's that same total right there. I added 14 cents, which was the dividends for my bank, putting into our checking account. And then we got $400 cash from family combined, me, my husband, my kids, where people were blessing us and loving on us. And that was the total of $4,935.41. So that is that. This was the total of all those deposits. Whew. It's hard to keep track of this many deposits coming and going, so it's just like crazy. Nothing really changed significantly with the bills. You do see this $2.12. I printed a few extra pages more on my instant ink. I might have to raise that up a little bit, and my subscription monthly needs to go up. I'm not sure, because between my business and everything I'm printing for that, printing my own stickers, deciding whether I'm going to do a sticker shop, I've decided I am going to wait. I am not and nowhere near ready for it. And printing for my son's online stuff. He likes to write pen and paper, and that's where I print all of his assignments that he needs, mostly just his algebra assignments, and then he can write it out and then give the answers to the teacher. And that works well for him. So I do print a lot of that. Geico was the same. Sling was the same. So grocery, household, restaurant, miscellaneous, and gasoline. If you saw my weekly check-in, which is the previous video before this, did pretty good. I only went over in miscellaneous by $50 or so. I'm going to fill that in just a second. And yeah, so we're going to fill that in. And I have a little cheat sheet here. So if you looked at my weekly check-in, these are the numbers from the weekly check-in. Let me see if I can pull those up real quick. Oh, there they are. So what I do is I take the numbers here, what I spent, and then just total them up over here, which is what's great about a weekly check-in. You can total what you did for the whole paycheck period. I usually close my weekly check-ins on a Friday or a Thursday, and my husband always gets paid on a Friday, so I can use those numbers to backtrack and fill this out. So it makes it a lot simpler on my end, and works for me. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and put in, get this up here so you can see it. For my grocery household, I have $569.34. And if you subtract those two numbers, let's see, $600 minus the $569.34, you get $30.66, which is exactly what I had in my weekly check-in right there. So it's all seeming to balance out, and I am thrilled. Nothing makes a math person or a numbers person happier than when the numbers sync like they're supposed to. All right, so next thing is restaurants. I budget $350. And if you saw some of my earlier videos when I first set this up for December, these numbers were a lot lower, and I combined it 2 weeks instead of 1 week. For Paycheck one, I just needed the extra money, and it was in the budget and the money was there. So I just upped these numbers because I knew I shouldn't have done it the way I did it the first time. So that's where that came from. So restaurants, I spent $208.85. Now, the reason I was able to bump these up and do a 2 week instead of a 1 week for Paycheck one is because I had enough significance of a balance forward in the buffer, this $3,000. Not everybody has that luxury, and that's okay. I mean, I remember many years, probably until my husband retired from the Navy, we never could have done something like that. So we just happen to have that luxury right now. And but most of the time I normally would not be able to do that. So $350 minus the $208.85 gives us the $141.15, which also matches here, as you can see. And that was the closing for the restaurants. We just didn't go out to eat as much. I purposefully tried to stay in and cook as much as possible. I didn't like it, but I did it. Let's see, miscellaneous. I went way over on miscellaneous. So I budget $275 and I spent $328.68. And you may be asking, you have a miscellaneous amount that you budget for, but then you have this other stuff that you were spending money on. I will go over that in just a minute. So let's do the math. $275 minus $328.68, and you get a negative $53.68, and that also matches, so we're good there. And then gasoline, I budget $125, and we only spent, let's see, $37.04. Though my tank is running low now, so I will be getting gas tomorrow, and that will be on the next budget. So 125 minus 37.04. So why do I have my gas so high? Because I'm usually over budget somewhere over here. And two, before COVID hit, my husband and I spent about $250 a month in gas. Well, I don't want to not have that in the budget because in case we start eventually, which I don't think is going to be for a while, because it's after Thanksgiving and Christmas time, and the numbers have gone up so much, and places are on lockdown again, and people are getting sick. And I even just recently, right before Thanksgiving, lost my uncle to COVID, and I'm just, it's just a weird time, very weird place, and I just don't know when things will be at their new normal without COVID. So, yeah. So I just keep the gas the way it usually was before. I don't want to forget that. And that way, if things go back to some kind of normalcy where my husband's leaving the house instead of teleworking, then yeah, I can't wait for that. But I am loving having him home. I am loving having him here, even though he just got home. I like knowing he's safe. So what is the difference? And you may be asking, or maybe not even realizing, what is the difference between my miscellaneous account and then my miscellaneous unbudgeted, which is everything that you see that starts with a 0 here and a 0 here, which comes after I do the budget. So basically I have a buffer usually, and my buffer is usually pretty significant enough that, especially right now, because I had like over $3,633.35 written here. That was what was in my checking account, and I'm depleting that for Christmas gifts and all kinds of other things, necessity stuff that we wanted, so on and so forth. What I haven't done is the math. As you see me right now doing this, I have not done the math. So hopefully the bank account says I'm good. So, and my husband getting paid tomorrow, so we're good. But I don't know how much realistically the damage is. I have been naughty and I've been tracking, but I've not been doing the math tracking. So you are about to see that. I went through and I purchased some stuff. So the Ramsey thing here, Ramsey, what is it? Ramsey Solutions, I think is what it's called. They had several books and audiobooks on sale. They were like $8 or $10. So I just bought the ones I wanted, and it was awesome. And I even pre-ordered Rachel Cruz's one. I love the psychology behind why we spend the way we spend, and she kind of did something about like that, and I want to read that. So I'm excited for that. I bought baby stuff. So this is like 3 different charges on Amazon that you saw in the, not in the spending, this is something separate. This is 3 combined charges from Amazon that I purchased all at once. And then Party City, I bought baby shower party stuff. So a lot of baby stuff here. I bought my friend a crib mattress, crib sheets, clothes, and blanket. Well, that was in the other category, but just all kinds of stuff. So I'm excited. Leaky Mama. So if you live in Lexington, Kentucky, my husband and I have a cousin there. It's my husband's cousin. She has a business she just started called the Leaky Mama. What does that mean? She sells cookies. She sells Milkies, I think is what they're called, cookies. And they're for moms who are nursing or breastfeeding, and they help the moms feed their babies. It helps with milk supply. So it's a booming business for her, and we gifted her a certain amount of money, this $100 here, to purchase boxes of cookies and do a giveaway. And so that was like our gift for Christ to a small business in our family, and she gifted them to 4 different mamas, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so excited for her. So if you're in Lexington, Kentucky, and you're watching this, Mercedes is her name, and she's called the Leaky Mama. You can find her on Instagram, or you can find her on Facebook, and yeah, just check her out. She sells amazing cookies, and she's helping mamas everywhere and just changing lives, and I'm so excited for her. So Home Depot, we went into Home Depot, and we were looking for things that we wanted to do around the house. We needed blinds, new blinds for one of the windows. We needed, what else did we need? Well, we ended up buying 3 throw pillows for our couch that were Christmas themed, and I bought this huge poinsettia. I mean, it's just massive, huge poinsettia that was gorgeous, and I'm in love with it. It's so sweet and so beautiful, and it's my profile pic on Facebook, which is kind of cool. And so I bought that, and just a bunch of other stuff, hardware stuff, and for the house that we needed projects done, and that's where that came from. So what else did we spend our money on? Oh my gosh. Okay, clevelandbrowns.com. Shh. This is a Christmas gift from my son, Justin, which some of this money, the $400 that you saw over here, that's Christmas money, so we were spending it. So clevelandbrowns.com. Cleveland Browns is my son's favorite team, favorite football team. And he wanted a couple of jerseys, so there you go. City of Chesapeake. So they sent us a stormwater bill. I normally take this out of a sinking fund, but I only have the amount for one of these 4410. I didn't know it was quarterly or whatever it said on the paper, or twice a year. I have no idea. So I just took it. I had plenty of the money, so I just took it out of the checking account and left it at that. I will increase the sinking fund, or maybe not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Target, $229.16. Most of that was a car seat, an infant car seat, and I bought that along with the crib mattress from Amazon. But I picked this up at Target so I can have it right away. And I'm going to give that to her at the baby shower on Saturday. GameStop, of course, my son's birthday. So Christmas and birthday. Okay, it's divided up. I buy all the gifts that he asked for. My son asked for 14 t-shirts, 2 jerseys, and 4 video games, I think, for a Switch. And we split those up between his birthday and Christmas because his birthday's on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is his Christmas gift. So, and the young man is not depriving at all. He's never deprived for his birthday. In fact, Christmas Eve is no longer Christmas Eve, it's Justin's birthday. So we have always made sure he has his birthday and we celebrate it. And you know, a lot of times we'll have the house still up as in Christmas decor, but the dining room is full of whatever his birthday decor was. So usually it's either WWE wrestling or Cleveland Browns. Or this year was wrestling, but then all of a sudden I'm buying these Brown stuff. But I did get a bunch of wrestling t-shirts too that he asked for. So yeah, those are the 2 go-to things that my son loves. So there's that. And then, yeah. Dave Parker, paint, $976. Okay, explanation needed. No, that's a lot of money, yes. We've had my son's room painted in the Cleveland Browns colors. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh. It turned out amazing though. My other son just wanted his room, because we moved in this house April, May of 2019. We've painted some in this house, but we have not gotten to the kids' rooms until now. And Dave is the best. And my son was like, I just want a white, you know, just no scuffs on the wall. Just, you know, I want it to look nice. And one of the walls actually had this really deep, dark blue. And he had to do several coats of paint to get rid of the deep blue that came with the house. And so he painted the trim, and it looks amazing. And then the bathroom for my kids, was the ceiling and the walls were all this baby blue color, and it looked horrible. It just looked horrible. So we had him paint that as well. So there's that. And that paint, yeah, it takes several coats of paint. It's a special paint for well, it's not a special paint. It's like a semi-gloss, but it has to cure for 3 weeks before you can take a shower in there. So the kids are using our shower now. And so the moisture doesn't penetrate the paint or anything like that. So we're just not going to use it for 3 weeks. And that's okay. But yeah, it's one of those things where we really want it to look good. And it would be great for future value of the home if we ever decide to sell it. So there's that. So with that being said, that's a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to zoom you out, and I'm actually going to calculate all this, and then I will be right back. But this is what we've spent so far. There's lots more that we spent that you haven't seen yet. And I will go over that when I set up Paycheck 2 right after I finish this. So I will be right back. Okay, here's the results. $7,541.05. And in the bank is the $9,457.97. Hallelujah, I did not completely go over and blow the budget. Whew. So I'm going to write this number down here real quick. I will zoom it in just a minute. 4105. Here's the total that I just calculated, and I'm going to take the total from all the deposit, which was $9,457.97, as you can see right here. This is where I'm working from. And I'm going to subtract this expenses here, income minus expenses. Ooh, can't talk tonight. 7541.05. Oh, $1,916.92. My goodness. Okay, $1,916.92. This is how much money is left over to roll over into Paycheck 2. And yeah, that's that's quite a bit of money. So yes, thankfully I did not spend all of the money. I still have money left over to roll over to the next paycheck. Again, that is, let's see, originally I had rolled over from the previous month $3,802.27. This was what we had left over. So yeah, I spent at least $1,965 of that. That was left over, kind of, almost. This is what I actually had left over. But anyways, you can see what I originally had left over without all these expenses up here. And this is what I actually have left over. So that's what's going into next month. And let's go ahead and set up Paycheck 2. So let me grab my notebook here. I don't know. So I may start with just this side, but then as I get going, I may have to redo it and do 2 pages like I did for Paycheck 1, but I haven't decided yet. So for now, I'm just going to set up with this one sheet, and then if I feel like I need another one, then I will start all over and print 2 sheets and be ready. So here we go. My husband, let's see, we have a balance forward. And that number was the $1,916.92. And so that's what's rolling over from today into the paycheck for tomorrow. And then we're going to have a salary check and overtime. So until I get the check, because I see the deposit, but I don't see within that deposit where the money's coming from. So my husband has a salary, which is normally, and I'm going to go ahead and put that down because I'm not going to include overtime yet, $2,269.53. That's his normal take-home pay without any extras. But he does have a little bit of overtime still left over, just how the pay dates fell from when he came home. And then he's going to have some money that is going to be deposited that will be, what is it called? What do I call it? Travel expense. Reimbursement. That's what it is. Reimbursement. Sorry about my sloppy handwriting here. So travel expense reimbursement. I'm going to put $0. And the reason is I don't know exactly how much he's getting. He does, but I don't want to count it until I actually get his pay stub. And it has it broken down for me. So for me, I just rather see the pay stub and not count on it here in the budget where I do my budget sections and just fill it in where the actuals are. Because I'm actually going to take the travel expense reimbursement, I'm going to transfer it to our savings account so it just stays in savings for the next time he travels. We have a certain amount of money that we put, is $720 that we leave in savings. And when he travels, if he's gone for a couple months, then that is the cash he uses, so it doesn't affect our bills and doesn't affect our budget. So if you have somebody that does a lot of traveling, that gets reimbursed a lot, and you can kind of average how much they do, whether it's per month or per week or whatever, keep that money in savings when they're not using it, so you're not using it out of your budget. And that's what works for us. So I really enjoy that. Total expenses. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to do the total here for the amount we have. 1916.92. Oops, wrong number. 1916.92 plus the $2,269.53. Now this salary check is minus any taxes, any like state and federal, Social Security, and the Roth investments that we have taken out. So this is just what's left over for his check. That's not his full salary. We have other things taken out before he actually gets his paycheck. Just like his military retirement check, that's not his actual military retirement check. That's just what's left after we have like medical stuff taken out. So anyways, that's what that is. So that gives us $4,186.45 to budget and work with going forward on Paycheck 2. Move this up a little bit. I'm going to flip to my calendar off to the side here. And actually, I'm just going to take that out. Just one second. I have got to put, while I'm thinking of it here, I haven't put it in here. Dave Parker, $0. And I spent what, $9.76? $9.76. And I'll fill the rest of it in later. So I'm just going to pop my calendar out so I can have it laying flat next to me while I write out Paycheck 2, and that works for me. All right, so here we go. Expenses for Paycheck 2. So after he gets paid, we will do our tithe, and I'm going to put what we normally have for tithe, but it might be adjusted depending on how much overtime he actually has. I don't think it's a whole lot, but it's, we'll see. So tithe, I'll put the usual $310 that we do. And then electric, ECTR, I can't spell tonight. And that is actually $98.83. And then life insurance, which is $87.56. And then Audible, that's $14.95. I have ordered so many books with the credits, and I am loving it. It's awesome. iTunes, though I haven't completed a whole book, I've started and listened to startings of lots of books. So I'm really excited about that. And that's, I'm not a book person. I do not enjoy reading. I am enjoying Audible, but I don't have the patience to sit down and do that. So Vivint, it's our home security. I do have in my description box below if you're interested in home security systems. I really like them. One thing I really love about them is I don't clear out my recordings very often, and they give you 1 terabyte of recordings. So you can forget for quite a while and there's no charge. So I love that. And you can hang on to it, especially if something happened and you didn't realize it, and you can go back like weeks later and they can check it out. That's pretty awesome. So I like that. And then Visa. Okay, so my Visa, you're going to laugh at me. You're going to be like, what in the world? What's wrong with you, woman? And I'll be like, I agree. What's wrong with me? So hold on one second. I've got my laptop up, and I'm just going to pull up what I have for, where's my Visa? There it is. How much I have put on my Visa that I am paying off before it's due, so I have no interest. And a lot of this is also Christmas stuff. So what else could I have possibly bought for Christmas? 2 iPads for my kids. I know, I have spoiled my kids to death. iPads they have are 6 years old. No, 7 years old, excuse me. And they're dying. They're just dinosaurs, and they've been worn to death. And one of them doesn't even work, and the other one is dying, and it won't hold a battery charge. And it's just time to upgrade. So we got 2 iPads. And then we also got, what else did we get? A couple other things. Just, I think Legos and the t-shirts and stuff. I ordered it here so it'd be saved. And if anything, it wouldn't affect my checking account. But obviously I use my debit card and my credit card for Christmas shopping. So it just depends. So I am including the entire balance. I will be paying it off, and we will be fine there. Because one thing I do not want to do is carry a balance, because if I carry a balance, then I'm back in debt again. And I want to keep saying I'm debt free. So there is that. and Sprint. And I know that's not a Dave Ramsey thing. And I know I'm tempting fate when I do this, but this is what we're doing. Yes, I put it on the card, but yes, I'm paying off the card and it's fine. Because I have the cash to do it. So I have enough cash right now to do it if I wanted to. I'm just putting it under this budget because this is the time period that the bill comes due if for a minimum balance, if there is one. Oops, that's not $2,000. What am I doing? So it's $285.82. So that's our Sprint phones, and that is that. So it looks like I have a decent amount of space to keep Christmas shopping down here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and total up my spending and see where I'm at. So here we go. 310 plus 98.83 plus 87.56 plus 14.95 plus 2.99 plus 56.46 plus 1123.46 plus 285.82. All right, see? Okay, less than 2,000. So we're still good and I can still shop for Christmas, but I'm hoping I don't spend all of it, and I don't think I will. I've pretty much bought everything I want to buy for Christmas, so we're good there. The rooms are painted, and actually whatever this is left over is probably going to go to a contractor because he's looking at our roof. Our roof is not very old, but there is a leak somewhere and it needs to be fixed because it's leaking onto our living room. So anyways, and we don't want that over Christmas. So here we go. Total was $1,098.07. All right. And if I subtract that from the mortgage, or not mortgage, that's my mortgage number actually almost. In fact, 1980.06 is it's a penny off from my mortgage, so that's kind of interesting right there. 4186.45 minus, get my notebook up here, minus the 1980.07. That's 1 penny off from my mortgage. I think that's hilarious. All right, $2,206.38, and done and done. So I am set up for Paycheck 2. So let me zoom you out. Okay, there we are. That's Paycheck 2, and I am done and done. So, wow. Okay, so that is what we have to work with. I have $2,200 in the buffer. And hopefully, like I said, I won't spend it all, but I do know I need to use it because we have some roof maintenance that needs to be taken care of. And I've pretty much bought all the Christmas gifts. My husband and I haven't really figured anything out for ourselves, but we'll figure it out. We usually don't buy each other gifts in exchange on Christmas. We just watch the kids and they enjoy it. And we kind of leave it at that. So, and then we buy ourselves stuff throughout December as we're shopping. So, that's how that works. But we do experiences and we have fun and we go out to eat, or we go, find places to see Christmas lights and so on and so forth, and just having a really good time. So, that's what we enjoy more than exchanging gifts, because we're horrible at it. Well, one of us is horrible at it, and it's not me. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to my channel. And I hope you have an amazing and blessed day. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye.